Sure. And I guess I'm sitting here thinking, well, actually, I've got clients in all of those spaces and plenty more as well.
Yeah.
Not the first time I've heard zombie companies, not just from you, but in the press as well. And I guess the knowing about something and acting on something are two very different things. And almost I get the feeling that perhaps the situation is diluted by the press coverage sometimes, in as much as you can just go, okay, is what it is. But actually, in real terms, if it's 1 in 5 companies that have got this, then surely there are some red flags, some signals, some steps to be able to take to go, okay, who are my client base? What position are they in, and what do I do about it, really?
It's a good question, because there's a couple of ways that you can protect yourself. And first and foremost is around investment in your credit management team. The job of a credit manager has never been harder than it is today. It's always been tough, but now to get to the same decision they would have come to back in 2019, it's going to take them longer. They've got to go through more things. It's just a longer process and a tougher process to get there. So making sure that your team is resourced properly is really, really important. Regardless of the other things I'm going to talk about, that's number 1 on its own. So number 2 is around the information. Not only is it harder for the guys to go through it, but actually getting access to the information is that much tougher. I mean, we're lucky in the UK, the Companies House has a lot of information already there, but because of the pandemic, it's just not as useful as it was back pre-pandemic. So it's about getting up-to-date, relevant financials. And that's management accounts, that's cash flow forecasts, and that really comes from 1 or 2 routes. First one is knowing your customers and having a relationship with them to be able to talk to them and ask them and explain why it is that you want that information. So not just a case of kind of asking for it, explaining the rationale behind why it is you're asking for it, what the impact is if you don't get it. Because nobody wants to look at shortening payment terms, but that is obviously another step you can take. And then and I wouldn't be doing my job without saying it, but then there's other access to information through things such as credit insurance. And that can be a really useful way of getting financials and information on businesses that you just wouldn't be able to get normally.